What's going on, YouTube? You just got off on Exit 56. This is a how I deworm video. Before I begin, the full disclosure, I am not a veterinarian. I've said that in other videos before. Whatever dosage that I give you, please take it up with your veterinarian or do your own research and find out if that dosage works for you, or if that dosage is correct. You know, I don't need you coming back to my comments telling me, hey, that was the wrong dosage. Whatever dosage that I'm giving you works for me. There's been dosages that people told me to use. So, once again, full disclosure, not a veterinarian. If you don't know, take it up with your vet to find out what you need to know. So, I'm gonna say first, Trifexis, right? Trifexis, as you can see, it works for heartworms, kills fleas, and treats intestinal worms. I used to use Trifexis. It's a great product. But Trifexis is a little expensive. As you can see, 6 come in the box. I got 10 dogs. When I was buying Trifexis, I didn't have so many dogs. Granted, Trifexis is a great product, right? So when you're a dog breeder and you get so many dogs, one thing you do, you try to cut costs. You try to cut costs, but at the same time still get stuff that's effective and still works for your dogs, because you can still find certain things that carries what a certain product may have in it. That's the reason why that product works so well, but you'll find it at a cheaper cost. You know, a lot of dog breeders do it. They try to cut costs and still give their dog the best, instead of going to brands and using brands and spending a shit ton of money. So if these things cost about $70 a box, $70, $80 a box, imagine that. You know, I got 10 dogs. I had to get 2 boxes, and that's, you know, I'm going to use a box and a half for 1 month. So Trifexis, if you got 1-2 dogs, man, it's great. Like I said, prevents heartworm, fleas, intestinal worms. I got this for somebody else, so you know, I just wanted to show you all Trifexis. Also, Bravecto. Bravecto is good for fleas and ticks. That's it. It kills fleas and ticks. But the thing about Bravecto is, it's a 3-month thing. Like, you use Bravecto and you don't have to use it again for 3 months. Kills fleas, ticks, and it helps with the dog's coat. So if your dog is having skin issues, Bravecto will work. That will lead me into a nice little segue to NexGard, because NexGard does the same thing Bravecto does, but it's not as strong as Bravecto because you have to use this once a month. This also helps with skin issues, but like I say, Bravecto is stronger. So this is what I use for fleas and ticks. Granted, you could use spray topicals. The thing about the sprays and the topicals, if it rains, it kind of washes it off. They may have some that the rain don't mess with, but I go ahead and buy the NexGard for the fleas and ticks, because this right here, I'm only using it for spring and summer. That's it. Spring and summer, I'm only using this. It kills fleas and ticks. As you can see, it's 60 to 120. So, Trifexis is basically a one-stop shop. That's what I meant to say. Trifexis is one-stop shop. So if you get Trifexis, you can probably avoid all the things that I'm gonna show you that I do. But like I said, I cut costs, or I try to cut costs. So anyhow, fleas and ticks on NexGard. As you can see, it says 60 to 120. My dogs are not 60 to 120 pounds. I have 3 dogs that's, well, 4 actually. Marley, Chloe, Jasmine are all over 60 pounds, and Tot is right at 60 pounds. So 4 dogs will get a whole NexGard pill. So Marley, Chloe, Jasmine, and Tater Tot, they get a whole pill, right? Both of those get whole, all 4 of them dogs get whole pills. Now, because they're, you know, between the 60 and 120. The other dogs that I have, they either weigh 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds. So what I do, I break the pill in half. So as you can see, 60 to 120, if I break it in half, that means it's 30 to 60. So when you break one of these pills in half, I break this little pill right here in half. This pill here is gonna go from 30 to 60. So that's what you do. That's what I was taught to do. That's what I was told to do. That's what my vet told me to do. Hey, you can just break it in half and it'll cover the same amount between 30 and 60. All right? So, That's that. And like I say, I only use this in the spring and the summertime. Next Guard helps with fleas and ticks. Like I say, you can get Bravecto. Bravecto is awesome. It works well. You only have to do it once and it lasts for 3 months. This once a month. All right. Now I know this video is supposed to be about deworming and heartworm, but I wanted to go over my flea and tick methods. I'll leave it there. So this parental palmate, however, I can't pronounce it right now. This is the deworm that I use. As you can see, it treats pinworm. I think it treats roundworms, hookworms, maybe whipworms. I'm not sure, but it does not treat tapeworms. Okay, I use Safeguard to treat tapeworms. Safeguard treats tapeworms and other worms as well. But with Safeguard, you got to do it every 3 days. Do it 3 days in a row. Well, not every 3. Yeah, every 3 days. Do it 3 days in a row, then you're done. Now, when I deworm once a month. Some people deworm once a quarter. Some people deworm every 6 months. I guess it's however your dog, what type of dog or what type of area you're in, or what works for you. Whatever works for you. Me personally, I deworm once a month. Once a month. Like between the 1st and the 5th, I just try to get this done with all my dogs once a month. All right, so this is my deworming. You gotta shake it up. I'm gonna show you all how to do this a little later, but shake it up and use it. But as you can see, it's 1 milliliter every 10 pounds. So if my dog is 50 pounds, you know, if it's 50 pounds, then of course I'm gonna go right there. That's 5 milliliters, that's 50 pounds. All right, this is very important, what I'm telling you right here. Reason being, I'm gonna segue right into what I use for heartworm. Heartworm, this little thing right here, ivermectin. As you can see, I got a cow and a pig on there. Ivermectin. Ivermectin is very, very, very dangerous if you use too much on your dog. It will kill your dog if you use too much. Now, the reason why I don't use this for ivermectin, because I don't know the 10th of the cc's and all that on this. It's too big. I don't know. Pause. You know, I don't know the 10th of the cc's on here. You know, it is what it is. On this guy, it's easier for me to read it because it's really piece by piece. So it's way, way, way easier for me to read. Now, with ivermectin, pay close attention to me now. Ivermectin, you give your dog 1/10 of a cc for every 10 pounds. 1/10 of a cc for every 10 pounds. So, if your dog is 50 pounds, right? See that 0.5? That's 5/10 of a cc. This is a whole cc. 1 cc or 1 ml. They both the same. 1 cc, 1 ml. Same thing. Notice I'm saying 1/10 of a cc. 1/10 of a cc. All right, so 5/10 of a cc is 50 pounds. 10 pounds, 1/10 of a cc is 10 pounds. You see how I go to that line right there? That first line, second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line. It's easy to read. So that first line, of course, is 1/10 of a cc. That's 10 pounds. This second line is a 2/10 of a cc. That's 20 pounds. 3/10 of a cc, 30 pounds. You know, 4/10 of a cc, 40 pounds. 5/10 of a cc, 50 pounds. And so forth and so on. 6/10 is 60 pounds. 7, 8, 78, you know, so forth and so on. So, if my dog, like I say, weighs 50 pounds, I can give him 5/10 of a cc. But let's say you feeling like, man, I don't know, man. He said it might kill my dog. Well, give your dog 4/10 of a cc. It'll work. You know, sometimes I give my dog 5/10. Sometimes I may, if they 50, I may give them 6/10 of a cc. You know what I mean? For 60 pounds, even though they're 50. It's not going to kill them at that point. It's not going to kill them if you give them like 1/10 of a cc over. But if you're dead nervous and you're afraid something's going to happen, if he weighs 50 pounds, give him exactly 5/10 of a cc or go to 4/10 of a cc. Do either or. Don't go over if you're afraid. Me personally, my dog weighs 50. Sometimes I usually go to 6 because they probably gonna weigh some. That's just how it is. This is what I use for deworming. This is what I use. I'm not deworming, heartworm. I heartworm once a month. Once a month, I'm giving these dogs this. Now, with this, it's nasty. They hate the taste. This, they'll take it. They ain't really tripping on this. This though, this, they hate it. They hate everything about it. You can mix it with water. Do not mix water in here. Well, it's hard. Yeah, do not mix water in here. If you're gonna mix it with water, put water and put it all in a separate cup. Me personally, I don't do that. I just go ahead and shoot it straight down their throat. You do not inject this in the skin. You don't inject this in the skin. Now, what you will do, you'll put a needle on your syringe and pretty much suck it out the bottle. Pause. And pretty much, you know, take the needle off and pretty much squirt the medicine down their throat, right? So I'm gonna show you all how to do that. But I just wanted to give you all that information and before I done it. And this lasts a while. Like I done had this for a minute. You can see November the 23rd. I'm about to run out. And the little bit that I have in here, got a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, but the little bit I got in here is gonna do my whole yard. And this is what I use for heartworms. So notice I just showed y'all 3 things. And now, granted, this I only use for spring and summer, but those 3 things, and I don't even got safeguard up here. So, but this, if I use this, I don't need any of this. I'm good if I use this, just this. But like I say, this costs more. This costs more. This is like $70, $80 a pop. I got to get 2 of them. So that's $70 a pop. That's $140. It might be more. So that's $140. $140 a month. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna use like a box and a half. Because I'm gonna break some in half, right? Whereas this, I'm paying maybe $50 for it for 3 months. I'm using a box and a half. This, I buy one time, it lasts me a while. This lasts me a while. So the only thing I'm buying monthly is this. And only thing I'm buying monthly is this. And I'm only doing it for spring and summer. Everything else, once spring and summer gone, fall and winter hit, I don't need this anymore. I'm back to this, and I'm not spending money again on flea and tick. It's just all heartworm, deworm. But if I'm using this, I'm buying this once a month, January to January. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. But I just wanted to show you all what I use, and I'm gonna pretty much show you how to take it from the bottle and pretty much squirt it down the dog's throat. All right, so I pretty much done everybody when it came down to deworm and heartworm. I was just gonna show you on Marley since I done everybody else. I wasn't gonna go and go ahead. I wasn't gonna go and pretty much show you every dog and deworm and heartworm every dog, because that's just gonna be too much. So I could just show you on one dog and keep it moving. Now I already showed you the measurements and what to do with the heartworm and deworm. So the first one is the deworm. Now you remember I had that deworm in the white bottle. Shake the deworm up, and what I do, I just pour it in a cup. I get ready to cut when I'm done. But shake the deworm up, pour it in a cup. I pretty much put what's in here in the syringe and just go through, do what I do. So remember, the dewormer was 1 milliliter per 10 pounds. Marley about 100 pounds probably. So what I do, work it all the way up. Now they usually, all my dogs are pretty much cool with eating this. For some reason, I guess they got a taste to it that they don't mind. So because I'm gonna say she's roughly 100 pounds. So I'm gonna do 10 milliliters. You know, 1 milliliter per 10 pounds. So no little math, 1 milliliter is 10 pounds. 10 milliliters is 100 pounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to her. Let's see how she acts. And you don't want to squirt it straight down their throat. You just kind of want to do it from the side, especially with this dewormer, because there's so much of it. So I just do it from the side slowly and let them just eat on it. Sometimes they waste it because they just dogs. That's just what they do. But for the most part, they go ahead and slop it on up. Pause. Now, the next one was the one I stressed the most, what I said, 1/10 of a cc per milliliter or per cc. So 1/10 of a cc per 10 pounds. So it's 1/10 of a cc every 10 pounds. So like I told you, if they 50 pounds, it's gonna be 5/10 of a cc. It's gonna be that 0.5. Like I told you at first, I only use the 3 milliliter syringe when it comes to ivermectin. I don't get the big ones, I get the 3 milliliter because you can read each 1/10 of a cc on that way easy. Don't make it hard. Keep your shit as simple as you can. Now, Marley is about, like I said, a good 100 pounds. So since she's a good 100 pounds, I'm gonna give her 1 whole cc, which is 1 ml. I'm pretty much out of this because I pretty much done everybody already. So she's gonna get the last little bit, and I think it's like probably like enough for 80 pounds in here. So which is still enough. But keep in mind, before I do that, I put a needle, a syringe at the end. Well, not a syringe. I put a needle at the end of my syringe. All right. And it's not that much in there. And you just pull real slow. I keep it in the refrigerator. I think you can leave it outside the refrigerator if you choose to, but I tend to keep mine. In the refrigerator, and then I just kind of let it. You know, I take it out and then I do what I do with it. It's been out for a couple of hours, so it's cool. But the amount I'm gonna give her is gonna be good enough for this month, because keep in mind I do heartworm once a month along with my deworm. Deworm you can do once a month, once every quarter, once every 6 months. I do deworm every month, and I do heartworm once a month. So, now, to my surprise, I actually got 1 ml. This is all I got left. It's actually 1 ml. So I have enough for 100 pounds. So when you do that, pretty much take off the needle. Take the needle off. You can get any size needle, man. I need to get some more needles, but get any size needle that you please, because you don't inject this in the skin. Please, I repeat, do not inject this inside the skin. This is not an intramuscular injection. This goes straight in the throat, or down the throat. Pause. So, like I said, you can mix water with it if you choose to kind of, I guess, make the taste more palatable. I think that's the word. But me personally, I don't have time to mix water with it, so I just pretty much suck it in the syringe and then just, this right here, you just shoot in their mouth, or shoot down their throat, because it's not so much of it. With that deworming, you just don't want to shoot that straight down there. So with this, I'm gonna go ahead, I pull it down just a little bit. Like I say, it's 1 ml. Damn, it's all good. Oh shit, okay, really? All right, that's cool. I still got enough. It's still 1 ml actually. So still 1 ml. Remember, 1/10 of a cc every 10 pounds. She 100 pounds, 1 ml. All right. So because they don't like the taste, and she know what it is, as you can see. That's why I suck it all the way back, so you don't waste none. Because you put it all the way up to the top, you might mess around and press it and lose all of it. So I suck it all the way kind of down. Not all the way down, but down enough. And all right, that's it. So as you can see, they don't too much like the taste if you're seeing what I had to do. But I figured I'd do it with her because she's an older dog. The rest of them you gotta fight with a little bit more. Their teeth showing and look a little ferocious, whatever. But you know the slogan, you want it, I got it, I don't, I get it, get why the goodness good. I remember time to go to inventory. Sign off exit 56. Marty, you gonna give him a peace sign? Garbage dog. Peace.